We have seen a few methods of separating solid particles from water and now are well versed with these techniques. These methods were sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Now let's look at one more interesting method. The method is called evaporation. Haven't we come across this method? Yes, of course. We know what evaporation is. It is simply a process in which water is converted into steam or water vapor. So changing the state of water from liquid to gaseous state is called evaporation. If you keep water in a vessel and heat it for a prolonged time, then all the water gets converted to steam. This is nothing but evaporation. But how does evaporation work for separating substances? Let's understand this with the most commonly used example of obtaining salt from seawater. We know that seawater contains various salts dissolved in it. We also know the fact that a lot of heat from the sunlight is responsible for causing evaporation of water from the water bodies present on the Earth's surface. So can we combine these 2 points to get a single solution? Yes, we can. Seawater is collected in large panels near the sea. When water from these panels evaporates, it leaves behind the salts dissolved in it. The salts can then be collected, purified and processed further to obtain the common salt that we use daily. This is how evaporation of seawater helps us obtain salts that can be processed further to gain the daily used common salt. So evaporation is very useful in separation of substances, and it's exactly opposite of condensation. What is condensation, by the way? As I just said, condensation is the opposite process of evaporation, which means converting the gaseous form of any substance into a liquid state. So in case of steam, it's converted to its liquid form, water. But how can condensation be useful in separating substances? It is used in combination with other methods for separation. Does that mean there are multiple ways of separating substances? Yes, of course. There are quite a few mixtures which do not get easily separated with one technique. There are multiple methods employed to accomplish this separation successfully. Next, let's have a look at a few examples that help us understand this.